Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Learning Podcast. Have you ever wondered why some people earn a lot of money but still feel poor? Why do some people become wealthy with simple decisions while others lose everything even after making millions? The answer is not only about money, it is about the way we think about money. And today, we are going to explore one of the most powerful books about money psychology, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. In this episode, you will learn two things at the same time. First, you will learn the important lessons from this amazing book. And second, you will improve your English listening skills with simple words, clear sentences, and practical examples. So stay with me until the end, because these ideas can completely change the way you see money and success. Chapter 1. No one is crazy. The first important idea from this book is, no one is crazy. This sentence sounds simple, but it has a very deep meaning. It means people are not always making bad decisions with money. Sometimes they are simply making decisions based on their own experiences. Let me explain. The way we think about money is not created only by numbers. It is created by our life. Our family, our environment, our successes, and our failures all influence our money decisions. For example, imagine two people. The first person grew up in a family where money was always difficult. Maybe they saw their parents struggle to pay bills. Because of this experience, they may think, money is something dangerous. I need to save everything because I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Now imagine another person. They grew up in a family where money was always available. They saw people invest, take risks, and build businesses. Their thinking may be different. They may say, taking risks is normal. Money should be used to create more opportunities. Now, who is correct? The answer is both people have their own reasons. They are not crazy. They simply have different experiences. My friends, this is one of the biggest lessons about money. Two people can look at the same situation and see two completely different things. One person sees an opportunity. Another person sees danger. One person thinks saving money is the safest choice. Another person thinks investing money is the best choice. And both people may believe they are right. Let's imagine a simple example. Imagine someone tells you, invest your money in the stock market. One person may become excited. They think, this is a great way to grow my wealth. But another person may feel afraid. They think, the stock market is risky. I could lose my money. Why do they have different feelings? Because their past experiences are different. Maybe one person has seen successful investors. Maybe another person has seen someone lose everything. Their brains are using old experiences to make new decisions. This teaches us an important English phrase. Everyone has a different perspective. Perspective means the way someone sees or understands something. For example, two people can watch the same movie. One person thinks it is amazing. Another person thinks it is boring. The movie is the same, but the perspective is different. Money works the same way. Morgan Housel explains that understanding money is not only about learning mathematics, it is about understanding human behavior. Because money decisions are made by people, and people have emotions. People have fears. People have dreams. People have memories. So ask yourself, how do I think about money? Why do I make the financial decisions that I make? Are my decisions based on knowledge, or are they based on my past experiences? This question is very powerful, because when you understand yourself, you can make better decisions. Remember this idea. No one is crazy with money. People are simply trying to make the best decisions with the information and experiences they have. Understanding this can help us become more patient with others and wiser with our own money. Chapter 2. Luck and Risk. My friends, now we move to the second important idea from the psychology of money. And this idea is about something we often forget. It is called luck and risk. Many people look at successful people and think they became successful because they are smarter. They became rich because they worked harder than everyone else. Sometimes this is true, but sometimes there is another important factor: luck. Luck means something good happens that we did not fully control. For example, you meet the right person at the right time. You find a great opportunity. You start a business when the market is growing. These things can influence your success. But there is another side. It is called risk. Risk means something unexpected can happen that creates a negative result. For example, someone loses their job, a business fails, an investment does not work. Even when someone makes a good decision, sometimes things can still go wrong.
Now, let me give you a simple example. Imagine two people start a business. Person A starts a company in a growing industry. The economy is strong, many customers come. After a few years, the company becomes successful. People say, "Wow, this person is a genius." But maybe luck also played a role. The timing was perfect, the market was helpful. Many things went in their favor. Now imagine person B. They work hard, they make smart decisions, they learn every day. But suddenly, something unexpected happens. The market changes, the business struggles, they lose money. Does that mean person B is not smart? No, because sometimes risk affects the result. This is a very important lesson. Success is not always 100% skill, and failure is not always 100% mistake. Sometimes we judge people only by their results, but we don't see the hidden factors behind those results.
Let's imagine another situation. Two students take the same exam. Student A gets a high score. Student B gets a low score. Maybe student A studied hard, but maybe student A also got questions from topics they practiced. Maybe student B studied hard too, but the questions were different from what they expected. The result is different, but the effort may be similar. This is how life works sometimes. My friends, this idea teaches us humility. Humility means understanding that we do not control everything. When we become successful, we should not think, "I did everything alone." We should also remember the opportunities, people, and situations that helped us. And when we see someone failing, we should not quickly say, "They are lazy. They are not smart." Maybe they faced challenges we cannot see. Maybe they had bad timing. Maybe they experienced more risk. Morgan Housel explains that many people make a mistake. They look at successful people and copy only their actions, but they forget the role of luck.
For example, someone becomes rich by taking a huge risk. Another person copies the same risk, but the result is different. Why? Because the situation is different. So what should we do? Should we stop working hard because luck matters? No, the lesson is different. We should work hard, but we should also understand uncertainty. Uncertainty means we cannot predict everything. A smart person does not only prepare for success, a smart person also prepares for problems. They save money, they avoid unnecessary risks, they create backup plans, because they know anything can happen. Chapter 3. Never Enough. My friends, now we move to the third important lesson from the psychology of money. And this lesson is about a feeling that many people have. Even when they have a lot, they still feel they need more. This idea is called never enough. Let me ask you a question. If you had enough money to buy a comfortable house, a good car, and enjoy your life, would you stop? Or would you want something bigger? Maybe a bigger house, a more expensive car, more luxury, more success.
For many people, the answer is, I want more. And this is where the problem begins. Wanting improvement is not a bad thing. Dreaming bigger is not wrong. But there is a difference between wanting more and never feeling satisfied.
When someone never feels satisfied, they can make dangerous decisions.
They can take unnecessary risks. They can lose the things they already have while chasing something they don't need. Let's imagine a simple example. Imagine someone earns $5,000 every month. They are comfortable. They can pay their bills, they can save money, they can enjoy life. Then they meet someone who earns $20,000 every month. Suddenly, they feel poor. They start thinking, my money is not enough. My life is not successful. But the reality did not change. Their income is still the same. Only their comparison changed. My friends, comparison is one of the biggest reasons people feel they don't have enough. We often compare our life with people who are ahead of us. We see their success, we see their expensive things, but we don't see their problems. We don't see their stress. We don't see their sacrifices. This teaches us an important English phrase. The grass is always greener on the other side. This means we often think other people's lives are better than ours. For example, a person with a small business thinks, if I had a big company, I would be happy. A person with a big company thinks, if I had more free time, I would be happy. Many people keep searching for happiness in the next level.
Morgan Housel explains that there is no clear definition of enough. One person thinks $100,000 is enough. Another person thinks $1 million is enough. Another person thinks even $100 million is not enough. The number keeps changing. Now, let's imagine a race. Imagine you are running a race. You are running faster and faster, but you don't know where the finish line is. Can you win? No, because there is no clear ending. Money can be the same. If you don't know what enough means for you, you will always keep running. A powerful question you can ask yourself is, what is enough for me? Not for your neighbor, not for social media, not for other people's opinions, for you. For example, maybe enough means I want financial freedom. I want to support my family. I want time to enjoy my life. I want a peaceful future. Everyone's answer can be different.
My friends, many people sacrifice their happiness today because they believe happiness will come after they get more money. They say, when I earn more, I will relax. When I become successful, I will enjoy life. But sometimes, when they reach that goal, they create a new goal, and the cycle continues. Let's learn another useful English phrase. Don't let success become a trap. A trap means something that catches you. Success is good. Money is useful. But if you lose your peace, your relationships, and your happiness while chasing money, then success loses its meaning. So the lesson is not stop improving. The lesson is know when you have enough. Work hard, grow, improve, but also appreciate what you already have.
Chapter 4. Confounding Compounding. My friends, now we move to one of the most powerful ideas in the psychology of money. This idea is called compounding. Compounding is one of the most important concepts in money, investing, and personal growth. But many people underestimate its power because the results are not always visible at the beginning. So what does compounding mean? Compounding means small growth creates more growth over time. In simple words, when your money grows and that growth creates more growth, your results become bigger and bigger. It is like a small snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it looks very small, but while it moves, it collects more snow. After some time, it becomes much bigger. Let's understand with a simple example.
Imagine you save a small amount of money every month. At first, you may think, this is too little. This will not change my life. But after many years, that small habit can create a big result. Why? Because time gives your money the chance to grow.
My friends, this is the part many people miss. They want quick results. They want success immediately. They want to become rich in a few months. But real wealth often comes from patience. Let's imagine two people. Person A starts investing at age 20. They invest a small amount consistently. Person B starts investing at age 40. They invest a much larger amount. Who can have better results? Sometimes the answer is person A. Why? Because time is a powerful force. The money has more years to grow. This teaches us an important English phrase. Time is your greatest advantage. Advantage means something that helps you. For example, experience is an advantage. Knowledge is an advantage. And in investing, time can be a huge advantage. Now, let me give you a simple life example. Imagine you want to learn English. You study 1 hour today. You learn 10 new words. You practice speaking. One day may not feel important. You may think, my English is still not perfect. But if you repeat this every day, after 1 month, you improve. After 1 year, you become much better. Why? Because small actions compound. My friends, compounding does not only work with money. It works with skills, it works with habits, it works with knowledge. Small improvements repeated for a long time create amazing results. But there is something important. Compounding needs time, and time needs patience. Many people quit before the results appear. They stop because they cannot see progress quickly. Imagine planting a tree. You put a seed into the ground. After 1 day, nothing happens. After 1 week, nothing looks different. So you might think, this is not working. But under the ground, something is happening. The roots are growing. Then, slowly, the tree appears. Growth is happening before you can see it. Money works the same way. Your small savings, your small investments, your small improvements, they may look invisible today, but with enough time, they can create something powerful. Chapter 5. Getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. My friends, now we move to another important lesson from the psychology of money. This idea is getting wealthy and staying wealthy are two different skills. Many people know how to make money, but fewer people know how to keep money. Making money often requires taking opportunities, working hard, taking smart risks. But keeping money requires something different: patience, discipline, avoiding unnecessary risks. For example, imagine someone builds a successful business. They make a lot of money. They think, I am successful now. I can take bigger risks. So they start spending too much. They invest without thinking. They believe success will continue forever. But suddenly, something changes. The market changes. The business slows down, and they lose everything. This teaches us an important lesson. Success is not only about becoming rich, it is about staying rich. Let's imagine a person driving a car. Speed helps the car move forward, but control helps the driver reach the destination safely. Money is the same. Making money is like speed. Keeping money is like control. You need both. A useful English phrase: protect what you have. This means you should take care of the things you already achieved. For example, protect your savings, protect your time, protect your opportunities. Morgan Housel explains that survival is one of the most important parts of wealth, because if you survive long enough, you get more chances. You can learn, you can improve, you can grow.
Think about investing. Someone may make a big profit once, but if they lose everything later, that profit does not matter. The person who stays in the game for a long time often wins.
Chapter 6. Tails, You Win. My friends, now we move to another powerful idea from the psychology of money. This chapter is called Tails, You Win. This idea teaches us that in life and money, a small number of events can create a very big result. Many people think successful people succeed every time, but the reality is different. Most successful people also make mistakes. They also fail many times. But a few important decisions create most of their success. Let's understand with a simple example. Imagine an investor makes 100 decisions. Maybe 70 decisions are average. Maybe 20 decisions are not very good. But only 10 decisions create huge success. Those few decisions can change everything. This happens in many areas of life. A person may try many things. Most attempts may not work. But one opportunity can completely change their future.
For example, a writer may write many articles. Most articles may get little attention. But one article becomes very popular. That one success can create many new opportunities. My friends, this teaches us something important. Failure is a normal part of success. You do not need every decision to be perfect. You need to keep trying and stay prepared for the important opportunities. Let's learn a useful English phrase. One big opportunity can change everything. Opportunity means a good chance to achieve something. For example, meeting the right person can become an opportunity. Learning a new skill can become an opportunity. But there is another important lesson. Because big wins are rare, we should avoid destroying ourselves with big mistakes. We should create room for error. We should be able to continue even when something goes wrong.
Chapter 7. Freedom. My friends, now we move to one of the most meaningful ideas from the psychology of money. This chapter is called Freedom. Many people think the main purpose of money is buying expensive things. A bigger house, a luxury car, more possessions. But Morgan Housel explains something deeper. The greatest value of money is having control over your own time. Think about this. If you have enough money, you can make choices. You can decide how you spend your day. You can spend more time with your family. You can learn new skills. You can choose work that you enjoy. This is a different kind of wealth. Let's imagine two people. Person A earns a lot of money, but they have no free time. They are always stressed. They cannot choose what they want to do. Person B earns less money, but they have control over their schedule. They have peace. Who is truly richer? The answer is not always the person with more money. Money gives you options, and options create freedom. For example, if you have savings, you can handle unexpected problems. If you have skills, you can create new opportunities. If you manage money wisely, you reduce stress. Let's learn an important English phrase. Time is the real wealth. This means time is one of the most valuable things in life. Money can buy many things, but money cannot buy back lost time. Many people spend their whole life chasing money. They think, one day when I have enough money, I will enjoy life. But sometimes that day never comes because the goal keeps moving. My friends, the purpose of money is not only to show success, it is to create a life where you have more choices, more control, more peace. Ask yourself, am I using money to create freedom, or am I only using money to impress others? This question can change the way you think.
Chapter 8. The Man in the Car Paradox. My friends, now we move to another interesting lesson from the psychology of money. This chapter is called The Man in the Car Paradox.
This idea explains why people often buy expensive things. They think they are buying happiness, but sometimes they are actually trying to get respect from others. Imagine you see someone driving a very expensive car. What do you think? Maybe you think, this person must be successful. This person must have an amazing life. But here is the interesting part. You are not thinking about the person. You are thinking about yourself. You are imagining how people will see you if you have that car. Many people buy luxury items because they want admiration. They want others to notice them. They want people to think, wow, this person is successful.
But Morgan Housel explains something powerful. People usually do not admire the person who owns the expensive thing. They admire the expensive thing itself. For example, someone buys a luxury watch. They think, people will respect me because of this watch. But most people only notice the watch for a few seconds. They do not know the person's story. They do not know their struggles. They do not know their character. This teaches us an important English phrase. Don't confuse appearance with reality. Appearance means how something looks. Reality means what is actually true. Something can look successful from outside, but be completely different inside. Let's imagine two people. Person A earns a lot of money, but spends everything to show others. Person B earns less, but saves and invests wisely. From outside, person A may look richer, but in reality, person B may have more financial security. My friends, this does not mean buying nice things is bad. Enjoying your money is okay. The question is, why are you buying it? Are you buying it because you love it, or because you want approval from others?
Chapter 9. Wealth is what you don't see.
My friends, now we move to another powerful lesson from the psychology of money. This chapter is called Wealth is What You Don't See. When we look at someone, we usually see what they own. A nice car, a big house, expensive clothes, luxury lifestyle, and we think this person is wealthy. But the truth is, what we see is not always real wealth. Real wealth is often invisible. It is the money that you did not spend. It is the savings you built. It is the investments you created. It is the financial security that gives you freedom. Let's understand with an example. Imagine two people. Person A earns a lot of money and buys expensive things to show success. Every month, they spend almost everything they earn. Person B earns less money but saves and invests regularly. From outside, person A looks richer, but secretly, person B may have more wealth. Because wealth is not about what you can buy today. Wealth is about what you still have tomorrow.
My friends, this is why many people misunderstand rich people. They see the lifestyle, but they do not see the habits behind it. They do not see the years of saving, the discipline, the sacrifices, the patience. Let's learn an important English phrase. Don't judge a book by its cover. This means do not decide what something is like only by looking at the outside. For example, a person may look simple but have great knowledge. A person may look successful but have financial problems. Morgan Housel explains that spending money is visible, but saving money is invisible. When someone buys a luxury car, everyone notices. But when someone saves money for 20 years, nobody sees it. My friends, before we finish this amazing journey, let's take a moment to remember the biggest lessons from The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book is not only about money. It is about human behavior. It teaches us how our thoughts, emotions, and experiences influence the way we make financial decisions. First, we learned no one is crazy. People think about money differently because everyone has a different story. Your experience creates your money mindset. So instead of judging people,
Try to understand their perspective. Then we learned luck and risk. Success is not always only about hard work. Sometimes timing, opportunity, and unexpected events also play a role. And failure does not always mean someone made a bad decision. We learned never enough. Money can give comfort, but endless desire can steal your happiness. Knowing when you have enough is one of the biggest financial skills. We learned about the power of compounding. Small actions repeated for a long time can create incredible results. Small savings, small improvements, small habits. Over time, they become powerful. We learned getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Making money requires skills. Keeping money requires discipline. Real wealth comes from protecting what you build. We learned freedom. The biggest benefit of money is not only buying things,
It is having control over your time. Because time is one of the most valuable things in life. My friends, if there is one message you should remember from this entire book, it is this. Money is not only a numbers game, it is a mindset game. The way you think about money will influence the decisions you make, and your decisions will shape your future. So start small, save something, learn something, improve yourself, make better decisions. Because success does not happen from one big moment. It happens from many small choices repeated over time. And remember, you do not need to become the richest person in the world. You need to build a life that gives you peace, freedom, and happiness. My friends, thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me. I hope this episode helped you learn something new about money and also helped you improve your English listening skills. If you enjoyed this podcast, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep growing. This is English Learning Podcast. See you in the next episode with another powerful book summary. Until then, keep learning, keep improving, keep becoming better.